Hey, as of recording this, Cuphead's 8th anniversary is right around the corner, and almost every year I've been bringing up my entire collection into uh, one area and seeing how it progresses throughout the year. And I've had a lot of people come to me and be interested in a full, in-depth tour of my entire collection, and I figured what better time than now to share it all off. So I suppose we just start up top. It makes sense to start with the game here. Here's the Nintendo Switch version. It's the US edition. Have the card inserts and the membership card in there. And then here's the Japanese version. I can't remember who made this, but it has a soundtrack CD for the DLC soundtrack. It has like a small little magazine of Patchy Patchy and what he was going to do. It's a very, very cool release. Then you have the box for this puzzle that I believe was a GameStop exclusive. It's crazy rare now, and I'm lucky to have it. We'll see it later in a bit. Yeah, coming down, here's the collector's edition for the game. We have the puppet right there, of course. And then over here, this is the Miss Chalice fall down figure, which was a that was in a bundle, I believe, from IM8-bit as well. And then you have the other stuff from the collector's edition as well. There's the map. There's the little cardboard steelbook. You have the music box. Yeah, love this release. This is one of my favorites in the entire collection. Also one of my favorites, the 1000 Toys Cuphead and Mugman figures. I love the heck out of these. These guys are probably the most accurate 3D depictions of the brothers. They look snazzy. Love them. They also come with little accessories, like some extra gloves. There's a right down here. You have some extra eyes. And right in between them are McFarlane figures. Also some pretty high-quality guys here. I don't have all of them out for display. In fact, I'm planning on selling a few that I don't really care for. But yeah, right now we just have Chalice, Cuphead and Mugman. We have some variants of them, which are from a casino set, is right over there. Kala, Dr. Call's Robot, Werner, Pork Rind, the usual. And then on the sides of the collector's edition box, we have the Funko vinyl figures of Cuphead and Mugman. This Cuphead was one of the first pieces I ever got. He's a little beat up in the chest there, but I've kept him around, and Mugman's a little newer. Yeah, I both got these guys around when I started getting into the game, around 2020 or so. I don't plan on getting the Devil just because he's pretty pricey. Like, I don't know, and he kind of looks kind of ugly. So, I don't know, maybe someday. And then right down here, this is probably the biggest I'd say improvement from last year are the mystery minis. I think I only had like 5 or so. Now I think I have a little more than half of them. So yeah, Mugman, I finally got him. Was missing him for a while. Finally found him for a good price. I was really fortunate to find the Baroness and Beppy, who are crazy rare and crazy expensive. And I think I only paid like 60 for each of them, which is very good considering they're usually like 300. I'm still missing Grim though, and Grim, I don't know if I ever will get him. Right now I kind of have all the ones I really need. But yeah, I also have the airplanes. These guys are also new. Really dig these. These are one of my favorites, and Werner's back there. And then the others I've had, except for Carla's new. But yeah, everyone else I've had for a while now. And then these guys are also new. I got these for Christmas. These are the Funko cereal little mini pop characters. The cereal itself is right over there. I can't believe out of all the things I got for Christmas, I got 7-year-old expired cereal. That's hilarious. And then over here are the pins. A lot of these I don't really know the origins of. I guess we can check. Yeah, I'm not really seeing any copyright stuff. I don't know anything about this. I found this in like a Hot Topic at some point. I don't know anyone who owns this. I can't find any pictures of it online. Looks cool, I guess. Whoops, and there he goes. These, I believe, were in a giveaway at a convention. These are not hard. These are not easy to come by. Yeah, very cool. I like these. That's also new. And then this, I must be one of the few people who owns this. This is a Chef Saltbaker pin that was given in an employee box, which is right over there. We'll get to that when we get to that. But yeah, this was not sold anywhere else. You cannot get this by normal means. This was given to, I think, only Studio MDHR employees, and maybe with a few exceptions, maybe a few other people have it. Yeah, over here we have the instruction booklets for the McFarlane sets, which we'll see in a bit. Then here's the instructions for the Nendoroids, which we'll also see in a sec. This is the Edge magazine, which was released around when the DLC was coming out. This contains a lot of cool stuff. It has behind the scenes material for the game, as the base game, as well as the DLC, and has some cool interviews, and it also boasts that it is the first ever review of the DLC. This isn't necessarily expensive. This is just really hard to find. I found it, I think, less than a year when it came out. Yeah, PDFs and like digital downloads are pretty easy, but finding this physically doesn't come up often. Down here we have the Arby's launchers. These are some kind of obscure toys that came out. Very fortunate to have these. These guys don't come up often. Again, not exactly expensive or well sought out, but they don't come up often on selling websites. Then up here is an animation magazine for the Cuphead show. This was, I believe, how we found a lot of new things about the show, like how many episodes there was going to be. There's going to be 3 drops, yada, yada, yada. Cool release. It's a little beat up. I kind of got it in a weaker condition, but still lucky to have it. Then we have, I honestly always forget I even have this. This is a little golden book for the Cuphead show, Sweet Temptation. Just a cute little children's book, nothing to write home about. Need to have, I suppose. I guess we'll move down here. Here are the Nendoroids. These are some very high quality figures here. Like these guys. I love how they modeled their little pea shooter bullets. Then right over here are the extra pieces here. You can make them evil and vile if you so please. And then over here are probably some of my favorite figures I own. These are the handful of the Youtooz figures. I don't get a lot of these, mainly because their shipping prices are bonkers. So I only picked out some of my favorites here. Love Ghost Cuphead. Love the heck out of him. I got Mugman from the show, I think for Christmas at some point, and this is a recent find. I found Cuphead, I think his name is, who out of the original, he was one of the first 3 that were to release for the Cuphead line. And out of those 3, I think he's the hardest to come by. Found him for a good price, and I was like, what the heck, I'll pick him up. Then here's a Funko action figure of King Dice. I don't have any of the other figures, mainly because they're really expensive for some reason, and they don't really interest me that much. And I found King Dice, I think, in I don't remember. It was in a local shop that's kind of underground. Going back to this wall over here, here's Songs and Sketches, which is one of the rare things I have here. This is a CD from Japan that is now sold out, but I'd argue it is one of the best ways to listen to the soundtrack. It's basically selected tunes, but it has a few more songs, a few more solos. It has liner notes that are in Japanese. It's a very, very cool release. Then up here, we have the 3 art books. We have one for Don't Deal with the Devil, we have one for Delicious Last Course, and we have one for the show. These are all amazing. These are easily like top 10 favorite things I own in the collection. Yeah, DLC art book is phenomenal. Like that is an instant that you would want that as a fan, no contest. Then up here's a random Jupiter hanger that I found. None of the hangers in this style really interested me, except for Jupiter. I think he looked kind of cool, and I found him for like $5 on Mercari, so I was like, whatever. Yeah, he's neat. Then coming over here, we have the flip book that was released. Oh wait, no, we didn't even talk about these guys. Sorry. These two are the printouts for Cuphead and Mugman. They're like little foldables. They were given out on Studio MDHR social, so I think you could still print them out right now. Yeah, their legs are a little beat up. I wonder if I can get them replaced at some point. And then here's a little bobblehead of Cuphead that I don't recall who made them, but I don't know, he looks neat. And then here's one of the McFarlane sets of the casino, which we discussed earlier. Yeah, actually coming over here now, here's the checklist for the Arby's guys. I have all of them. It took me forever to find Hilda, which we'll see over there. Yeah, anyway, back to the flipbook. This was released with the bobblehead. You flip it, and it has like a little pencil animation of Cuphead using his super, and if you flip it over, there's Miss Chalice using her super. Cute little release, I suppose. Not much to write home about. Yeah, here's some instructions for the McFarlane guys, and I think for the bobblehead on how to replace the batteries. Oh yeah, I forgot, the bobblehead makes noise, but mine is Dunzo. Yeah, it's Dunzo. I don't know if I will ever replace the batteries. I don't know, we'll see. Over here, here's a coaster that was also given out to employees and such. This was in the same box that the Saltbaker pin was in. Yeah, love this thing. This thing's cute. Over here, we have the other two McFarlane sets. This is King Dice and the Devil. Yeah, these guys are cool. It's got King Dice at the craps table and Devil in his throne. Not much to say. They're cute. They're accurate. I like them. Over here, here are the only pops I have. Don't really care about the pops, and I only got the ones I really kind of wanted. And by that, I mean, I think I got King Dice and Sally as gifts, and I only really sought out Saltbaker because Saltbaker merch does not come up very often. And also we have one of Sally's little wind-up mice, which is cute. I'm glad they added that. Then we have the papercraft bosses that were also part of the Arby's line over there. You fold them out, and they're just like little papercraft guys that I guess you can, I don't know, knock over. They're cute. They're cool. You also had, like, I think if you got a boss, you got two versions of them. You got like their standard versions, which are right here, and then you have like an Arby's colored version, which is like they look like they're made out of cardboard with like some red coloring in them. They look lame, and I gave them away. Then we have a little plastic cup over here. I use this all the time. Yeah, it's got one tough mug, or one tough cup, one rough mug. Love that thing. I've been using that for years. It's never let me down. Then we have the two novels. You have A Mountain of Trouble and Carnival Chaos. These are excellent. I wish more people knew about them. Yeah, I used to have a factory error of Carnival Chaos, which had like half the pages at the end put in the middle, and the middle pages put in the end. I've been able to sell that, so less clutter now, hooray. And then up here are the three vinyls: Selected Tunes, Tasty Tunes, and Juicy Jams. These are excellent releases. Love these tidbits and pieces, and they even, for the case of these two, they come with little extra goodies, like Tasty Tunes has recipes that you can bake and a poster, and Juicy Jams has like a postcard or whatever that's randomized. So yeah, very neat releases. I don't know if I'll ever get the 4 deluxe LP for the base game, which has like all the songs from the soundtrack. Doesn't really interest me because there's like no new solos. It's basically just a soundtrack release with some cool packaging. And I will admit that cool packaging is enticing, but it's really expensive these days, especially secondhand. So I don't know. Okay, so I think that, oh wait, no, that does not cover it. This is not official, but this is a Mugman ghost keychain. You flip it over, and it's Cuphead. Yeah, this was sold on like an online shop that, again, was not endorsed by MDHR, but it looks cool. I wear it on my keychain. I like it. And then here's a lanyard. I don't recall who made this, but it looks cool. I like it. It's a little gummy. Oh yeah, these guys. So we also have some learning to read Cuphead Show tie-in books. These are fine. These are probably some of the things I regret the most buying, just because like they don't really interest me. I think I just bought them because I thought it was funny. That's it, really. Yeah, they're just meant for the younger children. Not much to write home about. These guys, on the other hand, these are the comics. I think every fan should own these. These are amazing. These really delve into the world a lot more. If you're interested in stuff like that. Yeah, these are great. The novels, and the art books are amazing. You probably don't need to worry about anything relating to the show over there. But yeah, and I think that's it for the top. And now if we head to the bottom here, we have another slew of mumbo jumbo to look at. So right down here is the board game. This thing is actually pretty expensive now. I think this was $60 when it came out, and I believe it has increased a little more. It's a little tougher to find. Yeah, I got this when it came out. Still lucky to have that. It's a fun game. Then up here, here's some of the plushies. Kind of same deal with like the Funko Pops. I don't really collect these guys. I only sought out the ones I wanted. Yeah, you have Kala here, who I believe is a bootleg. Yeah, she has like her. These kind of bootlegs are weird, where it's like they look crazy accurate, but they miss just a handful of details. Like for the Honey Bottoms one, it's like she misses her nose and crown, which is weird because they get like all the other details correct. It's crazy. And like for her, it's like her pattern on her tentacles, her tentacle hair, is like flipped, which is odd. It's supposed to be facing the other way. But other than that, she looks high quality. She kind of is high quality. She's just like a little lesser, I guess. I don't know. Speaking of Rumor, here's Rumor. I don't know how I find her, but yeah, I've had her for a while. She's cool. King Dice, probably one of my more favorite plushes of the Funko line. I'd probably say he's best King Dice plush that you can find out. Then over here, here's a super recent release that I found. This is the Youtooz Cuphead revealed statue that's a foot tall. I as soon as I saw this on Youtooz website, I was like, oh, I have to pre-order it, and I think it sold out within an hour. But I found it on Mercari for I think $80. But unfortunately, when it came to my house, it was broken. The leg fell off, and there was paint chippings everywhere. My friend was thankfully able to fix him up, and he looks a lot better as a result. Yeah, really, really happy to have him. Then over here, here's a box from I think either Funko or just Funky, which is how I got that cup over there, how I got that lanyard. A couple extra goodies came with it. There's a blanket right here, which we'll discuss in a sec. Yeah, it's just empty right now, but I don't know, looks neat. Has some key art from the base game. Then over here are all my mugs. We have this guy, which is just a replica of Cuphead. I think from Just Funky. He has a little ceramic straw too. Yeah, cute little guy. I know there's a 3D modeled version of him, but I don't know if I like it more or less. He looks kind of creepy. His eyes are a little small. And I know there's a Mugman out there. I don't know if I'll ever get him. As for this guy's rare. It's a little spinning Cuphead. Yeah, these kind of cups are everywhere in terms of licensed media. Like, I know there's like a Lilo and Stitch one I found a while back, where it's just like, it's a mug, and there's a little guy right here, and you spin his head. Look at him go. That's the gimmick. Yeah, he's neat. Not much to say. There's the box that contained the puppet in the collector's edition box. It's empty now. And then this guy, I love this guy. This mug also came with the employee box. It's this black mug that has a turnaround sheet for Mugman. Really unique, really cool. Love this thing. Yeah, and then we have some books that aren't directly related to Cuphead, but they still feature Cuphead, and they are endorsed by Studio MDHR, and it felt weird to not include them. This is a Game Informer magazine that I think was released around August 2022, which is discusses Glumston the Giant and how he was conceived, and it has like a bunch of concept art and junk like that. Really cool read. I think it's pretty easy to find these days. If you're interested, hunt it down. I don't know if the online article is still up. So yeah, that's a fun read. This one is, I think, the earliest piece of merchandise I had. This was made in, I think, 2014 or 2015. This is another Game Informer magazine, but it just talks about how the game is coming out, and it has like early screenshots. I think this is the first time we ever found out about Coin Up Bop and stuff like that. Yeah, it has some neat artwork. I know this is on like the Internet Archive or whatever. Yeah, cool find. This thing, I don't hear anyone talk about. This is a book all about running guns and the genre itself, and it has like, it talks about Contra, it talks about Mega Man, it talks about Gunstar Heroes, it talks about basically every game in the genre, Alien Hominoid, stuff like that, and it talks about Cuphead. And yeah, it has like little tips and tricks on how to fight the bosses or whatever, or at least like the few earlier ones. And there's like a foreword at the beginning by Chad and Jared. Yeah, this is a really cool find. I want to read more of this. It's a really high quality book. I dig it. And then underneath these guys are the two blankets I have. This one is from that box, and then this one I don't recall. I think this is just a standard blanket that you could find on shops on like Walmart or Target or whatever. So yeah, not super hard to find. Then, oh yeah, this was also in the box. This is like a little tin poster here. Yeah, another by Just Funky. So I think that box as a whole was Just Funky products. Then over here, here's a small little cardboard lunchbox that would contain a shirt, which is right over there. Yeah, this thing is really cool. I wanted this as a kid because I had no idea that it was just cardboard, and I thought it was like an actual tin lunchbox with like, yeah, you can see like some fake damage there, which is a constant in Cuphead merchandise. I always love how they try to make it look older than it actually is with like withering and stuff like that. But no, it's just cardboard. It probably wouldn't work as a lunchbox. But yeah, still neat find. Then over here, here's the puzzle I was talking about. I got this, and it took me, I think, a full month to set it up, and I glued it all together and framed it. Yeah, love this thing. This thing's cool. Then here are some two Halloween masks. This is like a felt one that's like, when you wear it, it looks kind of goofy and flimsy, and then this is just a plastic one. And then here's the cereal I was talking about. I just find it really funny that I have 7-year-old cereal in my collection. It's just the things I do for this series. Yeah, I'm not gonna eat this. I'm just gonna have 7-year-old cereal rotting away in my closet now. Yeah, this guy's cool. This is the Tomy Squishmallow. He's not really a Squishmallow, but I just call him that because he pretty much is. He's soft. He's cute. Yeah, I know there was like a giveaway, or there was like a limited print of them that came in like a box, and it also had like a fake contract that was like, hey, you own this, be careful with it. And I wish I was able to get those when I had the chance, but now they're obscenely rare, so I just settled for the vanilla release because I didn't want to pay like $200. Yeah, going back over here, this is a postcard that came with the employee box, which, trust me, we'll get to. Yeah, this is a little card, like saying how thankful the team is to have them by their side or whatever. I am one of the very few people outside of MDHR that actually owns these. And this is another case where I'm just like super grateful to even have this at all. I'm really proud to have it. And over here, another thing I'm super grateful to have is this shadow box. Now we're all familiar with the Cuphead shadow boxes and how they're like, they recreate stuff from the game, or they're like original posters. This was the only one that I saw at like conventions and was like, oh, when that comes out, I'm getting it. And I waited, and it never popped up on the website. And at some point, I just got too curious, and I emailed Artovision, which are the people that make these, and I was like, "Hey, is this design that I saw at like your Instagram page or like your conventions, is that ever coming out still?" And then they were like, "Yeah, no, it got canceled, but we still have that prototype. Do you want it?" And I was like, "Yeah, yeah, I want it." And I just paid the standard Shadowbox price, which I think is just $120. Uh, and it sits comfortably on my desk up there. And I love seeing the bits and pieces. I don't know if this is like the only existing version of it, or if there's other copies out there, but still, I am immensely grateful to have this. Yeah, love it. Coming back, here's some socks, also from the employee box, which are also not sold anywhere else. It has Cuphead, Mugman, Miss Chalice, all in different key art poses. Yeah, these are fun. I like these. And then over here, finally, we're talking about the cards again. I've completed most of the set since I last did those unboxing videos. Yeah, I went to town on eBay and got most of the ones in order to complete the set. I think I'm only missing two, and even then, they're not super rare or, you know, super crazy big ones I need. I think they're just two cell cards. But yeah, right now, here are all the pop-up cards, and they're all on the stage right here. As for the doubles, I'm going to try to sell them, as I said, so they're not on display right now. And then here's the checklist. Let me just go through this real quick. Yeah, so here is everything except these two. Yeah, Miss Malice and... Oh, yeah, Mini... Oh, man. Wait, no, I have that. No, I have that. What am I talking about? I need to write that off. And I'm missing Devil in his dragon form. But yeah, outside of that, I have every card in the set, which we will get to. We'll do a flip through of that. But here's all the 9 pop-up guys. They look great together, especially on the stage. Love these. And I guess we'll go through the shirts real quick. We have this design, which I like. It's basically just the Devil's Death card in Phase 2 onwards. Looks cool, though. Then we have Cuphead in his, like, a little equip card menu. Basic design, but really like it. It's been through a lot. It's pretty damaged. Yeah, still grateful to have it. Here's this design, which is weird. Has, like, the devil in his goat form, but also he has 2 tridents, and Cuphead and Mugman are in their, like, not their normal title screen form. They're, like, beta 2016, 2015 versions. It's weird, and there's, like, 2 king dices up here, and there's, like, 2 more king dices down here, which I can't see right now. But, like, I don't know, what a weird design. I don't know, neat to have, I suppose. Then here's this, which we saw earlier in the lunchbox over there. This kind of has, like, earlier art. Like, here's kind of an older version of the devil, and then here's, like, Cuphead pouring whatever substance that is in his head, and it has... This is from, like, the trailer from 2015 or whatever. Yeah, neat find, I guess. Over here is a jacket. This is the only jacket I have. It has some really clean art of Cuphead here. Looks nice. I love this thing. Glad to have it. Here's another fun art piece I have, or shirt. This is just, like, standard 3x3 of, like, what face are you feeling today, kind of deal. Yeah, it's cute. Cute little shirt. Like it. Here's a Grim Matchstick, which has been through a lot. Yeah, I wonder if I can... I don't know if I'll get this replaced someday. I don't know. Yeah, he's cool. Here's the only Cuphead Show shirt I have. I don't have much Cuphead Show merch. Yeah, just Cuphead and Mugman walking by. It's kind of the same art they have in, like, the key art and the art book or whatever. Still neat. I got this from, of all people, my math teacher. I don't know. But yeah, grateful to have it. I'm probably more grateful that I was given to it by such a nice person, though. Here is Cuphead and Mugman Injured. This is a really cool shirt. I love this this promotional art. Glad to have it on a shirt. Then here is, it's covered by a bunch of socks and all this junk. Yeah, here's just a standard Cuphead Mugman shirt. It has him in his victory pose, and there's this kind of rare Mugman art. Yeah, it's a little faded, but I think it was always like that. Yeah, neat. And then what's covering up is some tea and chai, also from the employee box. I don't have use for this, so I gave it to relatives that I knew would want it more, but I kept the tins. Yeah, like these. Then here's some socks. I have a lot of socks for some reason. We already brought up these, but we also have this Cuphead and Mugman right here. Let's say Bravo and Knockout. Then you have this set of 5 right here, which are like children's size. Yeah, not much to say. Look cool. And then I guess we'll touch on the employee box itself, which has model sheets of the Cup Trio. Love this. Also inside is a tea bag with the MDHR logo. Here's the little tag that came with it. Equal aisles, parcel company. That's cute. I kept the bags for the Arby's collab. It just has like a little activity up here, and it also has Cuphead and Mugman. Very nice, very nice. Oh, there's another shirt under here. This is a Phantom Express shirt. Yeah, it's cute stuff, cute stuff. And then over here, here's the binder for Cuphead Out of the Cards. So yeah, as I said, I have almost the entire set. I meant to do a full skim over of everything completed, but I guess now's the time. So yeah, here's just a good look at all the cards in the set. I already went through my thoughts over it on the other videos, but yeah, I love these so much. These are excellent. I wish these are more readily available, because these are still like pretty expensive secondhand. Yeah, love these. Love these so much. Very fun stuff. Yeah, these two are some of my favorites. I'll bring up any favorites I find as we get along to them. This one I didn't have. A lot of these I had to buy on eBay for admittedly obscene prices. I finally completed the entire King Dice board game. Yeah, it was missing like his left hand here. But here it is in full. And then all Devil's cards are really cool. Love these. This Jupiter one is sick. And Mortimer in his snowflake form. This is like a top 5 card for me. Like, look at that. Love the like oil painting aesthetic here. Esther has some cool cards. Pawns, Knight looks cool. Angel and Devil look cool. Chef Saltbaker has like all of his cards are 10 out of 10 for me. Like, these are crazy wicked. I think, yeah, these are crazy. Hot Dog, this is one I didn't get. It has like an N64 low poly PlayStation 1-esque feel to it. Really cool. I really like this one. Yeah, Funhouse Frazzle, these are the rest of the run and guns. I don't have these ordered in like the checklist order. I have them ordered in a different way, because I wanted all the weapons and charms to kind of take up one page on their own. Yeah, all the weapons look really good together. Same with the charms. Yeah, Cursed Relic is my favorite card in the whole set. I love this thing, and I'm really happy I got it in those videos. Astral Cookie is one I didn't get, though, and I got that recently. Looks cool. I love the kind of rough, like it looks like they colored it with an office pen, which is really cute. And Chalice looks like super wonky and off model. It's fun. I like that. Then you have the Super Arts. Shield Pal I didn't have before. I was missing a lot of the NPC guys. Like, I was missing Porkrand, who is pretty rare, I think. Formels didn't have. Had a colored version of Canting Hughes, which now you can finally see like the details within it. Like, he's holding the blueprint there. He has the Chalice bombs and Cuphead and Mugman's bombs. He has like the EX little chomper guy. Yeah, love that. And over here, Tully has a super cool card here. He's looking off into the horizon. Yeah, love that. And then here's Sunita, who just takes up one slot. Unfortunately, she's all by herself. It's a shame. Then here's all the cell guys. Yeah, I do have Cuphead there. Yeah, so yeah, I'm missing Malice and I'm missing the devil in his dragon form. But other than that, I have all these guys, and when they're completed, they look stunning. Like these are great. Then here are all the milestone cards. These are cute. Not my favorite, but I like how they mimic cards from the 30s era. And then these are just some extra guys. These are the pre-order guys: Evil Cuphead, Vile, Mugman, Miss Malice, who look great together. The 3 Soul Contract guys, which I don't plan on getting any more of them, just because they're all kind of the same, just with different names. Not my favorite. And then these guys are the Garbage Pail Kids of Cuphead and Last Straw Saul. These are not endorsed by MDHR either, but I got a little weird on eBay, and I saw them, and I was like, yeah, they're funny. They'd be fun to have in the collection. What the heck? And turns out they're really rare and expensive, and I found them for a good price. So lucky me, I guess. But yeah, that is the full collection. That is everything I own, all in one condensed video. I really hope you enjoyed, and I really hope this satisfies a lot of people who were begging me to do this. Yeah, have a good one.